What's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of 101 Sports and Cards. Always, I'm Nathan Holloway, with me, Jared Dresch.
What's up?
We're going to start on the NFL, or the biggest news that just came out from after the first week of the preseason. J.J. McCarthy, the rookie quarterback for the Vikings, is set to undergo knee surgery for a torn meniscus, which means he is going to be out for the season. They're hoping that it would not be a fully torn meniscus and that he would be able to return later on in the season. That is not the case. So Sam Darnold will be your starter.
Yeah.
Unless he sucks. And then I don't know who they're going to turn to.
Jalen Hall. Do we still have him?
Yeah. Jahmyr Gibbs injured his hamstring in the first preseason game against the Giants. It was... For one, I wouldn't have put any of my starters out there because they were playing in a literal freaking monsoon. It was terrible. They really don't know when he's going to be back. So he could miss the first week of the season. So congrats to anybody who drafted him in fantasy leagues, because why are you drafting fantasy leagues this early? You always wait till that fourth week of the preseason, right before the season starts. Be smart. Be smart. The 49ers and Steelers are working on a trade involving Brandon Ayuk. Apparently they have a deal done, but the 49ers are still trying to convince Ayuk to stay and sign him to an extension. So more than likely that's not going to happen, and he is going to be a Steeler. More than likely, Minkah Fitzpatrick is going to be a 49er, because that is who the 49ers wanted. The Jets' Hassan Reddick demanded a trade. Of course, he got traded there earlier in the year from I believe it was the Eagles, earlier in the offseason. He has not shown up for any practice since being acquired by them. Hasn't even shown up to the facility. And he's already demanding a trade because they can't work out a new deal. What was the point of trading for him if you weren't going to sign him to a deal? That's the real question. The biggest thing from week one of the preseason is the rookie QBs shined. All of them shined. J.J. McCarthy played well. Gene Daniels didn't play much. Played very well. Caleb Williams was great. Bo Nix might have had the best week one of the preseason. He will be starting this weekend against the Packers. I will say I did not watch any. Actually, I did. I watched some of the Patriots preseason game. I watched some of the Giants preseason game. And then I watched the first drive of the Packers game where, Jordan Love threw a dot for a touchdown. Other than that, I don't watch anything because, the Olympics were more important. Mainly one thing of the Olympics. So continuing on, only 2 weeks left before I'm done with this. And that's perfect because there's 2 weeks left in the preseason. Week 4 of the preseason, which does not have any games. It's a bye week for everybody. We will be giving our NFL predictions, which is a week before the NFL season starts. So be prepared for that. Yeah. I know you won't be. But be prepared. So this week, for grading teams, it is the Chiefs and the Raiders. The Chiefs added Irv Smith. They also added Marquise Brown, who got hurt. They lost literally nobody that needs to be mentioned. That's wrong. They lost L'Jarius Sneed. They re-signed Chris Jones. I forgot that they re-signed L'Jarius Sneed, then traded him away. They drafted Xavier Worthy, Kingsley Suamataia, Jared Wiley, and Jaden Hicks. I gave them a B. They added Xavier Worthy is going to be a very good wide receiver. He is a faster Tyreek Hill. Irv Smith is an underrated signing. They don't need a tight end since, they have Kelsey. Irv Smith's a very good tight end. He's also someone who could probably line up at wide receiver. He's not the biggest tight end. Marquise Hollywood Brown, they get another good receiver. People kind of forgot about him because he was with the Cardinals the last few years, and who the hell's paying attention to theirs in the Cardinals? Losing L'Jarius Sneed's going to hurt, but their secondary is good enough and their defense is good enough. The biggest thing they did was re-signing Chris Jones, so a B for the Chiefs. You agree?
Yeah.
For the Raiders, they had Christian Wilkins and Gardner Minshew. They lost Josh Jacobs. They re-signed nobody. They drafted Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers-Johnson, and DJ Glaze. I gave the Raiders a D+. I said last week it might be my first F. I went with a D+. Adding Gardner Minshew, you didn't need him. They overpaid for him. Aiden O'Connell is a better quarterback than Gardner Minshew. Minshew's not a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL. You lose Josh Jacobs. You don't really have a running back now. And then you drafted Brock Bowers. You wasted a first-round pick on Brock Bowers, so you didn't need. Brock Bowers is a great tight end. He's going to be one of the best players out of this draft class. Although he probably won't be because he's a Raider. They didn't need him. They had Michael Mayer from last year. They could have went with somebody else. They could have, traded up and got a quarterback instead of paying Gardner Minshew. The best person they drafted was Jackson Powers Johnson. How he fell to the second round, I don't know. He should have been an easy first-round pick. He's one of the best offensive linemen in the draft. So a D+. You agree? I would have given him an F.
Nah, D. Just a straight D.
Next week will be the Chargers and the Broncos to wrap up my offseason grades. Neither one of them had a very good offseason. Moving on to the association, Team USA escaped Serbia 95-91 in the semifinals behind 36 from Curry. Then they went on and outlasted France 98-87 to win gold behind 24 from Steph Curry, who absolutely took over the last 2.5 minutes. Wembanyama had 26 in the game. Serbia won the bronze over Germany. The Olympics MVP was LeBron James. Probably should have been Jokic. I would have said Jokic and Wemby were better, but, yeah. So the gold medal game was amazing. Honestly, the game against Serbia was amazing, but the gold medal game, I don't know if you watched the gold medal game.
No.
It was a great game. I was pulling for France just because of Wemby. I know that sounds bad since I'm from the U.S., but I was pulling for France. Plus, I want to see somebody upset the U.S. The U.S. is always, they win gold every year, besides whenever they lost to Manu and Argentina in like 2000. I got to say, France is going to be very good in 2028. Of course, LeBron, Curry, Durant, they're not going to be playing for the U.S. more than likely in 2028. Now, knowing LeBron, who knows? Dude may play until he's dead. But France is the second best team. Now, many people say that Serbia is. France, they're part of their half was very hard to get through with Germany and, what was the other team? Whoever the other team was, do the research. I'm not doing it. Do the research. Whoever the other team was. They were both better, but France is able to win, make it to the gold medal game. They're going to be even better. All of their players are young, besides Batum, but Batum didn't really play that much in the gold medal game, which I thought was a big mistake. But in the future, you get, a better Wembanyama. Remember, this was first Olympics. He was named to the All-Olympic first team. You get Bilal. This is his first Olympics. He's going to be better. And then you're also going to get some point guard who's going to go possibly first overall in next year's NBA draft, and Nolan Traore, who is an unbelievable talent. So France is definitely, I believe France will be the favorite in 2028 for the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. On the women's side, Team USA escaped France. It's the first time ever that both the men's and women's games were against two of the same countries. The USA escaped France 67-66 for gold, behind 21 from Asia Wilson. Australia won bronze after they beat Belgium. So, Olympics are officially over. We'll dive into the Olympics a little bit later. But right now, some NBA season news. So opening night is October 22nd. The games have been announced. It will be the Knicks at the Celtics as the Celtics begin their quest to repeat as champions. And then it will be the Timberwolves and the Lakers, because what's an opening night without having the Lakers on TV? Christmas Day, the first game, will be the Spurs and the Knicks. The first Spurs game on Christmas in a long time. Wemby will be heading to Madison Square Garden. The second will be the Timberwolves and the Mavericks. Then the 76ers, Celtics, Lakers, Warriors, and Nuggets, Suns. So a very good Christmas Day slate. November 12th is when the Mavericks play the Warriors in Golden State. It will be Clay's first return to the Bay Area. So that is all that has really been announced. The group play for the in-season tournament have been announced. So go look at your favorite team. I tell you, the Spurs probably aren't going to win a game in their group. We got a tough group. We got the Warriors, Lakers, Suns, and another one of the top teams. Warriors. I said Warriors, didn't I? Warriors, Lakers, Suns. I don't know. There's another really good team. The official whole schedule comes out tomorrow or today. Whenever you're listening to this Thursday, it should be on. I believe it's on NBA Today. On ESPN is when they will be announcing. So, moving on to my off-season grades this week is the Cavs, Magic, and Pacers. The Cavaliers, they added nobody. They lost Marcus Morris, Tristan Thompson, and Isaac Okoro for now. He has not signed with another team. He is a restricted free agent. They've been trying to work a sign and trade with other teams, but I guess nobody really wants him. I'd take Okoro. He's a very good defender. He's a terrible shooter. Good defender. They drafted Jalen Tyson in the draft. It's the only draft pick they had. I gave him a B just because they were able to keep their core together, while many thought that they would not. They're able to keep them together. Do you agree with B for the Cavs?
I do have a C.
So you don't believe in the Garland, Mobley, Mitchell, and Jared Allen line?
That's not part of the thing. It's just the grades from the offseason, what happened.
Yeah, but they re-signed all of them.
Yeah, still C, though. They're still, yeah. I mean, they almost let the Magic beat them.
The Magic, I gave them an A because they added Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They lost Markelle Fultz. He hasn't signed yet. Nobody cares. Dude sucks. One of the biggest busts in NBA history. They also lost Joe Ingles. That's not a huge thing. He's like 50 years old. They drafted Tristan da Silva, who was an absolute steal. Where they drafted him, I believe they had the 18th pick. That is an absolute steal. They get Tristan da Silva. And adding Kentavious Caldwell-Pope gives them a great defender. Gives them a great shooter, which they need because remember last season, they were last, tied with the Pistons for last, in three-pointers made per game at 12. So I gave them an A. This is a great offseason. They didn't need to do much because they have enough young talent where they're going to be a threat in the East for the next decade, as long as they're able to keep everybody. Do you agree with the A?
Yeah.
For the Pacers, they added James Wiseman. I don't know why. They lost Jalen Smith. I'd rather have Jalen Smith. They drafted Johnny Furphy and Tristan Newton. Tristan Newton's a very underrated guy. Great point guard, went to Gonzaga. Johnny Furphy's also underrated. He was a great three-point shooter in college. Of course, they got that in a trade with got him in a trade with Spurs, where they sent Juan Nunez to the Spurs. I gave the Pacers C+. The biggest thing they did was re-sign Pascal Siakam to way too much money for a guy who all he knows how to do is spin. The Pacers didn't get better. They didn't get worse because they didn't make many moves. Pacers are still just going to be that mid-team, and they better hope that Tyrese Halliburton is healthy. Because without him being healthy, they're not a good team. Because Pascal Siakam can't lead a team. We saw him try in Toronto. It didn't work out. Do you agree with the C+?
It's like an A because of James Wiseman.
Okay.
No, C is fine, no.
Next week will be the 76ers, Heat, and Bulls. One team had a very good offseason, two did not. Just say that. On a baseball, Juan Soto has his first career 3-home run game as the Yankees beat the White Sox last night. They moved into first in the AL East. The Rays recalled Junior Caminero for his season debut. It's about time.
Yeah.
Andres Chaparro hit 3 doubles in his MLB debut as the Nationals routed the Orioles, which led to the Yankees taking over first in the AL East. Just another fleece job by Mike Rizzo, because Lane Thomas is batting a solid 100 in Cleveland. They're benching him because he's been that bad. And you get Andres Chaparro, who was great in AAA this year, and then a solid debut. They also got the pitcher, can't think of his name, who's been great in the minors as well. So, yeah. Mookie returns for the Dodgers. He had a home run. The Dodgers need him.
Yeah.
Shohei hit home run number 37 last night. He is second to Aaron Judge, who has 42. Bobby Witt Jr. leads in average. He's batting .347. It helps when he batted almost .500 last month. Also, the top 100 prospects was announced, a new one by MLB Pipeline. So, number 1 is Jackson Holliday still. He's been great since being called up. Number 2 is now Junior Caminero because James Wood graduated. Dylan Cruz is now number 3. Dylan Cruz will eventually be the number 1 prospect in baseball because Caminero and Holliday will both graduate. Walker Jenkins is 4. Marcelo Meyer is 5. Carson Williams is 6. Max Clark 7. Jackson Jobe 8. Jordan Lawler 9. And Kobe Mayo 10. Would you change any of them?
I'd put Kobe ahead of Jordan Hall. And possibly ahead of Joe, but, I mean, Joe's one of the best pitching prospects in the game right now.
He is the top pitching prospect.
Yes.
As of right now.
But I think a guy you got to look out for is Travis Sakura. I actually didn't really know about him until I pulled his full spell on auto. Then I watched some film on him. Dude is Paul Skeens-esque. He is nasty.
He is now 100th.
Yeah.
In the top 100.
He throws like 103. Man, it's nasty. And it's not just a fastball. He's got everything. And he's just a huge human being. And he's got good control. I think he's going to be good. So.
Him and Harlan Susan.
Yeah.
Moving on, we got some new prospects in. Of course, not new with Samuel Basalo. He's 11. Charlie Condon comes in at 12. Travis Bazzana is 13. Would you have Condon over Bazzano?
I wouldn't even have Condon in the top 25. I'd have Bazzana, yes, in the top 25.
Some other notable names. Noah Schultz is 15th. Honestly, he's the best pitching prospect in all of baseball.
He's the best left-handed pitching prospect.
Brooks Lee is still 16th. He is hurt right now for the Twins. Jason Dominguez is 17th. I really expected him to be called up by now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they haven't really needed him. Jack Caglione debuts at 18. J.J. Weatherholt debuts at 19. Ethan Salas fell to 20th.
Much needed.
Chase Burns debuts at 24. Colson Montgomery is still 28. White Sox call him up.
Yeah.
Can't get any worse. Hagen Smith makes his debut at 32nd. Sebastian Welcott moved up to 38. The biggest name who's been thrown out right now, especially in trading card news, is Leonidas de Vries, who is now 47th. He is 17 years old.
Dude's a stud.
He is the top international prospect in all of baseball. Yasuda Pala also moved up to 49th.
Woo! You know how happy I am about that.
My boy Bryce Elder just 54th. Bryce Rayner made his debut at 61. Jacob Mizorowski is now 66. Brady House fell to 69th, unfortunately. Yeah. And then, the rest, which isn't much. Drew Jones is now 92nd.
He's been playing better. He's not injured all the time.
Couldn't get much worse.
And he was also playing through injuries. But now he's good. He's playing pretty all right now.
Also, some other news, talking about the Yankees, since we were talking about Jason Dominguez. Guess who got injured?
For the Yankees? Stanton.
Jazz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Dude has had an historic start to his career as a Yankee. But it was just a matter of time. So that is it for baseball. We're going to try and focus for baseball every other week. One week do standings, the next week do stats. Just because we don't want to overwhelm you with that. And not much has changed in the standings. Not much changes in the standings per week. Besides the NL East.
Yeah.
Or the AL East, not the NL East. The NL East is over. The Phillies are going to win the NL East. The AL East, just because you have the Yankees and the Orioles, who are both two of the best teams in baseball. For college football, yes, we have college football news. College football starts in 2 weeks. It begins August 24th with week 0, which is the stupidest thing, but just call it week 1. So the preseason AP poll is out. Number 1 is Georgia. Number 2 is Ohio State. Number 3 is Oregon. Yes. Oregon. Number 4 is Texas. Number 5 is Alabama. 6 is Ole Miss. 7 Notre Dame. 8 Penn State. 9 Michigan. I believe Michigan is way too high. They lost everybody to the NFL, including their head coach. Plus, they're in deep crap with recruiting issues that they have been fined for. Florida State is 10. Mizzou is 11. I believe Mizzou is one of the most underrated teams in football, and I hate saying that because I'm not a Mizzou fan. But I know at least one listener will enjoy me saying this. Mizzou is going to be one of the best teams. I believe they will be a championship contender this season. Number 12 is Utah. 13 is LSU. I don't know why they're so high. Clemson is 14. Tennessee 15, 16 Oklahoma, 17 Oklahoma State, 18 Kansas State, 19 Miami, 20 Texas A&M, 21 Arizona, 22 Kansas, 23 USC, who's way too high, 24 NC State, and 25 is Iowa. Iowa will not be ranked after the first week because nobody wants to watch Iowa football. They had their training camp period, and their quarterback went 1 for 9 and threw 3 interceptions against his team's defense. Now, their defense is great, but it's going to be another long year for Iowa offense. Also, Tyler Van Dyke won the quarterback job at Wisconsin over Braden Locke. I'm excited for Wisconsin. We should be ranked.
What about Liberty? I thought Liberty's pretty good.
Liberty is good. They have a really good QB. Now, going through all these teams, there are a few teams that I don't believe should be ranked this high. Notre Dame. Everybody loves what Notre Dame's doing. I don't like what Notre Dame's doing. Plus, they're not in a conference because they're an independent. I don't like what they're doing. Michigan should not be this high. Michigan should probably not even be ranked.
Yeah.
They're not good. Florida State is not good. They lost everybody, including their starting quarterback, Jordan Travis, to the NFL. How they're 10, I don't know. They're not going to be the best team in Florida because Miami is better. The Florida Gators, who are not on this, and they will not be ranked at all this season, their stretch in November is absurd. They play 5 straight weeks of top 25 teams. That include Georgia and Alabama. Florida has a really tough schedule. So if you're a Florida Gator fan, good luck. I think the most underrated team, though, besides Mizzou, is Oregon. Oregon at 3. I believe Oregon's going to absolutely take the Big Ten by storm. They got Dylan Gabriel at quarterback. They're going to be very, very good.
Yeah.
So, of course, college football starts in 2 weeks. August 24th. Next week, we will give some predictions for the college football season. So, who we will see in the 12-team playoff. I will have to, of course, tell you about how it works because the top 4 seeds are not the top 4 teams. Ranked teams are the top 4 conference winners. And then the other 12.
So a really crappy kind of conference winner could get a bye.
Yeah. But anything can happen. I love that it's a 12-team playoff. This is going to be one of the best college football seasons of all. Moving on to other sports, Aaron Rai got his first career PGA Tour win at the Wyndham Championship. This week is the FedEx St. Jude Championship. It begins tomorrow or today whenever you're watching this or listening to this. You can't watch this if you're listening to this. It starts tomorrow. FedEx Cup playoffs begin with this. So we have 3 weeks left in the PGA season. The PGA officially announced their 2025 schedule today. I'm not going to go through it because you're not going to remember the dates anyway. So what's the point? Because it's a year away. So who is your pick to win the FedEx Cup championship? I'm going with Scotty Scheffler.
I'm going Xander Schauffele. He's coming off a great Olympic run. He's going to continue it for the rest of the year. And Xander Schauffele's going to win it.
I'm going to go with Scotty. He's been the best. He's the best golfer in the world. Came off of winning gold at the Olympics. Scotty Scheffler is going. He deserves.
That's the easy one. I'm not going easy. I'm going Xander.
I'm going easy because he's the best player in golf.
All right, who else out
and
there?
He deserves
He's
it.
pretty much a lock for most people. Besides him, he doesn't play. Who gets it? I think it's Xander.
I would probably also go Xander. Xander's played really well the second half of the season. He's won the last 2 majors. Did great in the Olympics once again. I'd also go Xander. Plus, I'm a big Xander Schauffele guy. Callaway guy. And if you know me, I'd play Callaways.
You don't know more.
Big old. And on to NASCAR, Austin Dillon wrecked Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin to win at Richmond. He jumps from 32nd in points to locked into a playoff spot, but that does not matter anymore because NASCAR just came out and brought penalties. The first one, Logano was fined $50,000 for a pit road incident where he almost hit Dillon's family. Let's just say Joey Logano was pissed off, to say the least.
That might have been the best I've ever seen Joey, and he's a hothead.
Dillon's win does count. So he does win at Richmond, but it will not count toward playoff eligibility. He would have to somehow win another race in the 3 we have left, which could happen at Daytona because he's very good at Daytona, basically because he's good at wrecking people. He was also penalized 25 driver and owner points, and the spotter was suspended 3 races for telling him to wreck Hamlin at the end of the race.
Did he actually tell him to?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So, Austin Dillon is a major piece of crap, as Joey Logano put it. I'm repping the Austin Dillon shirt today. You know, not really him. I'm repping the Dale Sr. shirt. Because it's part of Dale Sr.
It's just a disgrace.
And if I see one more person that comments and says, oh, Dale Sr. would be very proud of him. No, he wouldn't. The dude's 32nd in points. One of the best teams in NASCAR history at Richard Childress who have just gone off the rails since Dale died. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And ever since Kevin Harvick left them. Because Kevin Harvick knew that they sucked. I mean, it doesn't help that they just have crappy drivers in all of their series besides Kyle Busch. And if I'm Kyle Busch, I'm leaving at the end of the year. I'd be like, you know what? I don't even want the rest of my contract from you. Keep it so I can actually go and have a competitive car. He could go to one of the worst cars in the field. He could go to Rick Ware Racing and have better runs. Actually, I'm pretty sure Justin Haley, who drives for Rick Ware Racing, has a better average finish than both.
Yeah.
Austin and Kyle Busch. So, if I see any more people say that, 32nd in points, and also Dale wrecked a lot of people. Because he bumped them out of the way. He didn't just go, in like a NASCAR Heat 5 lobby. If you've ever played the game online, don't. If you haven't, don't. Unless you want to rage, just rage. Your controller might end up through your TV. Your TV might end out the window. You may end up going out and, kicking a baby or something. Because it just pisses you off. He just NASCAR Heat 5 lobby just goes straight into the corner and just wrecks them. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And then even worse than that is that he just turns down and wrecks Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
Now, of course, he was told to do that by the spotter.
Which he didn't need to do. It was under yellow. He won the race. He already won the race. Because he's under yellow and he was the leader. All he had to do was cross the line. It didn't matter if Denny crossed the line before him. The caution was out, and it goes off of the transponder of the last checkpoint, which was Austin Dillon. But,
of course, none of this would have mattered if Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wouldn't have just wrecked.
Well, he sucks. So that's why he's called Ricky Stenhouse.
He just wrecked Ryan Preece with 2 to go for absolutely no reason.
Well, he sucks.
So yeah, the good thing is NASCAR actually did something good.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, Dillon should have been suspended a race because the last 2 times we've seen somebody right hook somebody.
Yeah.
With it being Kyle Larson and I believe Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
They were both suspended. It was Bubba Wallace wrecking Kyle Larson.
Yeah. He's a waste.
And then Chase Elliott wrecked Hamlin?
Yeah.
I believe it was Hamlin at Charlotte. They were both suspended a race. So technically, Dillon should be suspended a race, but for one, I'm pretty sure NASCAR's not worried about him going out and winning another race and just wasting a spot in the playoffs. Because he would have been the first car eliminated. He would have been eliminated after the first race in the playoffs. Because he probably would have finished last. Because he sucks. He doesn't deserve a ride. He's only there because Richard Childress is his grandfather. And Richard Childress, just loves crappy drivers now. I mean, he gave a contract to both him and Ty Dillon. And, Ty Dillon's now in the truck series because he sucks. He shouldn't even be in that. Bro can't even run top 10 in the trucks. It's sad.
There's only 6 good truck drivers.
Dude's trash. They're both trash. They don't deserve to be in NASCAR. Honestly, Richard Childress, just sell the team.
Yeah.
At this point.
Just fold it.
This weekend is Michigan. So we go from a very not high-speed track at Richmond, a high-speed for short track, but to the fastest track in NASCAR at Michigan. Who wins?
I'm going with Kyle Lawson.
I'm going with the guy who got taken out.
Which one?
Who has owned Michigan. And I'm also going to go with, USA brand. Ford driver. Joey Logano.
Yeah.
Wins at Michigan. Runner-up. Second place will be Brad Keselowski as his home track. He's always good.
Yeah.
IndyCar is at Gateway this weekend. Who wins?
Pat O'Ward. No, New Garden. New Garden dominates, though. He's won every race but one, hasn't he, though?
I'm also going with New Garden, because Takuma Sato won the other one.
Yeah. There's a false year Takuma Sato won there when they had that. And then it's been Newgarden every year since, I think.
I'm going to go with Newgarden. I won't watch it because Gateway's a relatively
might not even
boring
get it in.
race.
They might not even get it in. It's supposed to rain all weekend. If I get free tickets, I'll go.
I will not.
Actually, never mind.
Boring.
Because we're racing, so never mind.
The final Olympic medal count, the USA finished with 126 medals, and they tied with China with 40 golds. Congratulations to everybody who medaled. Thank God the Olympics is over.
I watched a lot more Olympics this year than I ever have.
I will say I did not. I watched basketball.
I watched a little bit of everything. I watched baseball. Not baseball.
There is no baseball.
Basketball.
Baseball makes its debut.
Yeah.
Or its return.
Yeah.
In 2028.
Yeah.
There will be new competitions in 2028. For
Hopefully
the
not
LA
breakdancing.
games. Breakdancing got cut.
Good.
Will be baseball, flag football, which Colin Kaepernick has said he wants to be the quarterback. I don't know why, because he hated America. And he doesn't deserve anything. He's just a major piece of crap. And if you disagree, then F you. I think there's another one that I'm forgetting. But, yeah. I'll be excited whenever it's in LA. First time U.S. has hosted it since Atlanta in 2004.
I would love to go watch a baseball game in LA.
I hope that bringing back baseball, since it's in the middle, let MLB players play. Take a break.
Yeah.
Do what the WNBA did this year. Take a Olympics break.
Yeah.
And let them play, because nobody wants to see the prospects play. I mean, so you would, but just people want to go out. They want to see like the World Baseball Classic where it's Trout versus Ohtani. Nobody wants to see.
Well, it's not gonna be Trout and Ohtani.
Well, no crap, because Trout's not gonna be able to play because he'll be hurt.
Yeah, he might not even be in the league.
But we want to see the stars.
Yeah.
Of baseball, not the stars of baseball in like 10, 15 years.
And this is like the one sport the country of Dominican Republic and Venezuela can actually win at. Because they're not good at anything else besides baseball.
I'm also looking forward to flag football. I feel like the U.S. has a very easy win in flag football, just because no other country really plays American football besides Canada.
Would we just put on NFL players in that?
A lot of them do. I know Tyreek Hill wants to play. You put Tyreek Hill out there, nobody's catching him.
Yeah.
From any other country. No, unless they bring out Usain Bolt.
That'd be sick, though. Seeing Usain Bolt.
I also feel like Canada will be good, because
Yeah.
Canada, the Canadian Football League, which is a lot of American people.
Yeah,
but
that didn't make it in NFL.
other than that, not many.
Hopefully it's not like XFL players and stuff that do the flag football. Yeah. And like...
Hopefully it's not like the 3v3 basketball.
Yeah. I watched one of those. I think I wasted 20 minutes of my life watching the worst shooting of my life. I think I've seen 6-year-olds shoot better from the 3-point line. And they can't even make it there.
I don't remember who won, but I believe it was Germany. Took up Ice Cube's offer to put their team against a 3v3 team from the Big Three, who just had their championship. But FIBA is not wanting them to do it, and is possibly going to ban them from doing it, which is stupid. Because FIBA already has it where we can't have NBA players in it, because FIBA requires you to play in multiple tournaments during the NBA season, and teams aren't just going to make NBA players, so I guess they want it to be fair for others, but I mean...
I'm not watching Jimmy Fredette.
Tell me how it wouldn't be fair. Like, the U.S. this year could have been Curry, Durant, and LeBron. But just think, like, some of these other teams. I mean, France. Yeah. France would have had a good shot. Would have had many. Germany, Serbia would have had.
They all would have had a good chance.
3v3 is a lot tougher than 5v5.
There's not enough space. It's half court. It's more congested. It's title defense.
So FIBA needs to change that, because nobody wants to I don't think anybody actually watched 3v3.
I watched one game. I turned it off because both teams went on a 0 for 15 score streak on layups and everything. I'm like, this is horrendous. I can't watch this.
After I saw where the U.S. lost 21-9, I'm like, there's no point in watching this because when the U.S., who's known for basketball, is losing 21-9 in a game,
yeah,
it's pointless. I also feel like 3v3 basketball won't be around.
Yeah. I just hope Blake...
Now, the women's side is fine because they allow college players, because I know...
Haley. Wasn't Haley Van Liff in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
If she played... I don't know who the other two were.
It wasn't Juju, was it?
No.
Wasn't Paige?
No.
Was it the one girl from Tennessee?
No idea.
Or South Carolina?
Not.
I don't know. I don't
pay
really
attention.
pay attention to 3v3. I watched a lot. I watched a little bit of track and field. Cause that stuff's kind of cool to watch. Because, I did track and field in middle school.
I watched no track and field.
I watched
beach volleyball.
Yeah, okay.
And regular volleyball.
I watched the 3,200 meter dash. No. They did like 10 laps. It might have been the 3,200. Kudos to them. I could barely win an 800 meter.
I can't run a 40-yard dash.
I'm like the 100 meter, 200 meter, and that's it.
I can run you about a 10-yard dash. Then I'm done.
Yeah, he needs like 10 cheeseburgers after all.
I've never ate 10 cheeseburgers in one sitting in my life.
I have.
Of course you have. So that is it. Congratulations to everybody in the Olympics. Congratulations to, everything.
You know what we need in the Olympics?
Oh,
what the America is known for? Eating contest.
Do you put Joey Chestnut out
We're
there?
winning gold every single one. Why not? It's America. We're known for the fattest people in the world and the most unhealthy. Why not? We had breakdancing. That one chick was an embarrassment. My cat can dance better than that. Seriously, my cat has done better breakdancing moves. My cat is X Games mode. She runs on the side of the couch, just doing 360 half pipes and doing flips. I call her Tony Cat. I'm just gonna put that there. The breakdancing is the worst Olympic event I've ever watched. I wanted to stab my eyeballs out of my eye sockets because of how horrible it was.
I'll just be happy that it's in LA so that whenever you turn something on the TV, it's actually live. Because nothing in France that you turned on, besides some, but most of them were pre-recorded and you already know who won.
Yeah.
I mean, France is also quite a few time zones ahead.
Yeah, I think they're half a day ahead, ain't they?
Yeah. So, thank you guys for listening. Enjoy.
I thought that's what happened. That's what happened with me at the basketball game. I thought it was Sunday. It was Sunday over there, but Saturday here, and I completely forgot.
It wasn't. It was Saturday night there.
Oh, that's why.
It was Saturday at like 3.
I was thinking it was gonna be at night, but then
it wasn't night because they played it at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because whenever it ended, it was almost midnight.
Yeah, and then like Hill, I turned it on. I'm like, oh, it's on, and it was the ceremony. I'm like, I guess the U.S. won.
Yeah, it's a great game. One of the best gold medal games in a while. Yeah, they can't compare this team to the Dream Team.
No, not even close. Will you go to the Los Angeles Olympics?
I would love to go to to basketball.
I would like to see the baseball.
I feel like it's gonna be.
It's gonna be too expensive, and especially in LA.
It'd be cool to cover it though.
It would be. Hey, maybe in 4 years you could be covering it, and I can be your.
Hey, all I need is a pass.
Hey, and I'm right here. This is technically.
Thanks.
Yo,
we interview people.
WC.
Yeah, Victor.
Hey, Victor, how you doing?
Yeah.
So I just threw my mic about 15 feet in the air to catch his mouth. That's what that was. So I had to throw that in there.
So we're gonna end up with that. Enjoy baseball. Enjoy the preseason of football. We're close to college and pros being back. Enjoy the FedEx St. Jude Championship. I'll probably watch some. I won't watch as much as I usually do, but enjoy that. Enjoy Michigan. Enjoy Gateway if you want to watch a boring ass
I feel
race.
like Michigan's gonna be a good race. I feel like there's gonna be some payback.
They're not gonna do it at Michigan. They don't want to kill somebody.
It's Joey and Denny Hamlin.
You do it at Daytona.
It's Joey and Denny.
You pay him back at Daytona. And maybe Dylan will end up in the catch fence like he did a few years ago.
That's the only thing he's known for.
That's a fact. You know, he out of his 4 career wins, one of them was this is 5 career wins. The Coke 600 was a fuel mileage race. His Daytona 500 was he wrecked Eric Almirola to win. His other Daytona win, he was the only car that didn't get caught up in an accident.
Oh, is that?
And it was the one that ended with 6 cars.
Yeah.
And
it ended on caution, didn't it?
Yeah.
It happened up front because the leaders happened and he just somehow got through it.
Yeah. Just a trash driver.
Yeah. He's not even good at dirt calls. That's where he came from. It's like Matt Crafton in a modified, just absolutely horrible.
He's bad in the trucks.
He's just bad at everything.
Brandon, thank you for listening. Come back here next week. Enjoy every sport that's on. Peace.